the other day, and it was called The Polyamorous Mating Habits of the North American Red Squirrel. No, it's a real article. Google that shit, for real. And the article claimed that the female North American red squirrel that inhabits the southwest Yukon is polyamorous because in their lifetime they will mate with more male squirrels than is generally the case in the animal kingdom, which, fair enough, they did say that the average female North American red squirrel will mate with, on average, 6 to 14 males a day. So that's like, yeah, who has time for that? That's right. And then when you're a squirrel and you've got like shit to do, like collecting nuts, and that could be part of it, but like, I don't know, like all these things, and you know, like I'm surprised they find time for this shit. I don't know. That's true. That's a good point. Johnny says it takes less than 3 minutes, just so we know. That'd be awesome. Sometimes it takes less than 3 minutes. Anyway, so I was thinking about the North American red squirrel, and I was like, oh, wow, how do they do that? And you know, I don't do that, but I was thinking that if I like hung out with the North American red squirrel, that I would maybe like we could talk about polyamory and how it's awesome and shitty and all the things. And I was thinking that since I probably won't get the opportunity to hang out with them because they inhabit the southwest Yukon, that maybe I could like write down a few thoughts, like some tips, advice, just like things that I've learned about polyamory over the years, and that I could share this with them. So I did that. Just wrote a few things down. So I just, yeah, this is for, you know, this is for you, North American red squirrel. Just wanted to let you know. Number 1 on the list is you can only fit so many toothbrushes in one toothbrush holder. That's true. That is true. I'm snapping my own poetry. Should never be allowed to do this. Number 2. So bad. It is bad for the environment. No, really, hear me out, okay? So hypothetically, you have 3 lovers. Your agreement is that you wash the sheets after one partner has slept over before another sleeps in your bed. So say, lover number 1 sleeps over, the next night lover number 2, that's 1 wash. Then the next night lover 1 again, and then lover 3, that's another wash. And then lover 2 is back, and so on and so forth, and it's just a constant rotation of sheet washing. So, fellow poly folks, red squirrels included, claim open-mindedness, but do not claim environmental activism. And on the topic of sheets, sheet buying is a whole different phenomenon. Maybe you need 6 sets of sheets to please everyone. Maybe your primary partner can only sleep on hemp sheets with a 2,000+ thread count. Maybe your girlfriend prefers flannel, which is kind of gross because you sleep really hot and they're really sweaty, but whatever, it's about compromise, and so you do it. And your lover requests bamboo because it has a lower impact on the environment, and you decide not to mention that they're making you wash your sheets 4 times a week or whatever. 3. It requires more processing than a Polaroid camera, no, seriously. And it's not just processing feelings. Sometimes it's processing the process. Yeah. For instance, I would like to open dialogue about how we might want to begin checking in, about navigating communication, around beginning to imagine what it might be like for us to consider talking about unpacking our feelings about insert complicated and emotionally charged topic here. I'm pretty sure I have sent that exact text. 4. Any kind of social gathering, I don't know what kind of social gathering squirrels go to, but whatever. Any kind of social gathering is exponentially more complicated with the addition of each romantic or otherwise relationship. Birthday parties, staff parties, kink parties, you name it, they are no walk in the park. Tupperware parties can be disastrous. Likewise with holidays. Everyone wants to spend the good ones together, so you begin celebrating holidays you didn't even know about just to make sure there's enough holiday partnership celebrations to go around. Like, they requested Christmas so they can have Family Day. But since no one wants to go to the shitty work parties or dinner with your parents, sometimes you end up with 3 partners and no date, and that sucks. 5. It's not like that's ever happened to me. Like, oh, whatever, it's cool. 5. It is good exercise for your memory, in much the same way that octogenarians often do daily crossword puzzles to keep their minds sharp. Being poly keeps you on your toes. Conversations, appointments, and promises are probably the only things you need to keep straight in poly relationships, but you had better keep them straight. Avoid these conversations. Remember that cute date we went on where we did this and this and this? No. Sorry? No. That wasn't me. Interesting. Anyway, have you seen the toothbrush holder lately? It's getting crowded in there. On that note, your iPhone calendar will become your most important tool for survival. You must use it. 6. You will get a lot of dirty looks, not the good kind. Everyone at your local coffee shop probably thinks you're cheating on the person you brought in on the weekend with the person you're with right now, and you kind of just want to say, look, I'm poly, it's okay, everyone knows we've done a lot of processing. Everyone has to drink coffee. There's only so many good coffee spots in this neighborhood, so we're all sharing and I'll have a latte. 4. Alternatively, if you decide to make coffee at home, you will be that person at the grocery store buying 4 different types of milk to ensure you've covered everyone's coffee condiment needs, much like the sheet situation. Your partner, who likes hemp sheets, does not like hemp milk. Go figure. Your lover, who requires bamboo sheets, prefers cow milk, which is confusing because the other reason they like bamboo sheets is because they want to reduce the toxins that enter their body while sleeping, but cow hormones are fucking toxic. And flannel sheets over there likes goat milk, and that seems less obviously correlated. 7. When all of your people are at your house for New Year's, do not say babe to get any one of their attention. They will all answer to it, and it will be awkward for mostly everyone in the room. Also, you only have 1 set of lips. That's appropriate for kissing, New Year's parties, and whatever. So keep in mind that on New Year's, that clock is counting down the moments until a fated decision. Do not make it lightly. You probably should have thought of that before you decided to invite them all to your New Year's Eve party. Number 8. I have found that it is best not to invite everyone to your New Year's Eve party. 9. Apparently, it does matter who gets to be the first person to ride your brand new tandem bicycle. 10. Do not ever, do not ever send a text without triple checking the person you're sending it to. Don't ever do that, don't ever do that. I'm serious. Example. Lover says, I am so hot right now I can barely stand it. Partner says, can we check in and unpack how we communicate about sensitive emotional topics? You say, want me to come over and fuck you? Oops. Don't ever do that. 11. When someone says being poly is just so awesome all the time, they're lying. 12. When someone says Being poly sounds awful and complicated and not worth all the effort. They're sadly mistaken. 13, it may be one of the hardest closets you will ever have to come out of. Be prepared for, it's all well and good to sleep around, but don't you want to settle down? 14, it is not like in the movies. Obviously, it's not in the movies. There is no script for this. You will learn how to go through breakups and fall madly in love at the same time, and how to tell your lover that you fell in love, and you will see how beautiful it is when they celebrate that with you, and it will all be new, and it will never be dull. I can tell you that much. 15, insecurity and heartache may become your most frequent bedfellows, which is ironic since you may have 4 others to choose from. When this happens, you will realize that poly relationships are no different than others in that the hurt feelings just hurt and the awesome feelings are just awesome. We all have our own particular brand of fucky and none of them are pretty. 16. Maybe you will tell yourself monogamy so many times, you will think you'll believe it, you'll write it on the blackboard over and over. I prescribe to society's beliefs about the sanctity of love. I will only love one person, I will only love one person, I will only love one person. Maybe you will grow into one person more than you ever have before, and you will realize that that person is you, and your skin fits better when you can love however you want. Or maybe you're just a red squirrel with a whole lot of love to give.